Have you ever had like a project that you were working on, or like something that you were doing and it wasn't like exactly perfect, and you kind of like, or something you were drawing or something you were working on and you're just like, I'm just going to throw it away and start over. Like, I'm just going to start over. I'm done with this. This is not how I originally intended it to look like. This is not how I originally intended it to be. I am just going to get rid of it and start over. I'm thinking about that today. I'm just like, I'm so grateful that God's ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. Because what if God thought about us like that, you know, with the world and how this world is and how we are and how everything is going. And when Adam and Eve got kicked out of Eden, like God could just been like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and start over at that point. Like, I'm just going to start over. This is not how I intended it to be. This is not what I originally planned it to be. This is not how I originally wanted them to be like, you know, and he could have just started over. And if he did, I would not exist. You would not exist. It's wild how I think about that, because that's just not how he thought of it. He thought about, you know, he thinks past, present, and future. He was thinking about us now, in this day, in this age. We could have just never existed. But instead of him saying, you know what, I'm just going to start from scratch, he chose a different path. He chose us. He chose to love us in our mess. Not to stay in our mess, but he chose to love us in our mess, in our complications, in our imperfections, in our falls, in our weaknesses. He chose to love us despite all of that. And I just think it's just amazing that he thinks that way and that he is that way and that he chose to be with us and to have Jesus come down so that we can have a relationship with him, a true relationship with him. Despite all of that, despite the stuff that separates us from him, despite the stuff that constantly tries to tear us away from him, you know, he decided to choose that option for us. So yeah, just a little thought for today.